What's up, guys? Welcome to the Working Man Sports Talk podcast, where we like to talk to other working men about sports. And if you aren't a man, who cares? Welcome to the show. We are going to talk about free agency and the draft because they all connect two and two, one and one to equal two. And it's going to get crazy. There's going to be trades. There's going to be a lot of stuff going on. And what we want to know, will the Bears take Caleb Williams? Pete, what do you think?
I'm voting yes. I think from what everybody's saying, he just can't miss prospect. It's a I wouldn't say it's a good comparison, but they're talking Andrew Luckish as the next can't miss prospect.
Oh, okay. Holy
That's I mean, people are throwing it around. I mean, he cries after he loses, but he can sling it.
John, what do you think?
I think the Bears will take Caleb Williams if they can get rid of Justin Fields before the draft.
That's a huge if. I'm gonna tell you straight up, I don't know what the hell is gonna happen.
Can you imagine if you keep Justin Fields on their roster
As the backup?
and you have Caleb Williams there? Or what if they say, hey, we're just gonna have them compete? Are they don't compete? You say Caleb Williams is their number one guy, Justin Fields is their backup, and Justin Fields outshines Caleb Williams. Then what do you do?
I mean, if he's the backup, when is he going to outshine him? No.
He outshine
Camp, preseason. Let's say Caleb Williams isn't showing up and like, hey man, we gotta do something. Throw Fields in here. He comes out there, starts slinging that shit around. They're like, we found our guy.
Caleb Williams can have a breakdown like Johnny Manziel.
Johnny Manziel should have never been a first-round pick.
No, he shouldn't have. But he can still have a breakdown like that.
I mean, I agree. I think if they go into the draft and Fields isn't traded, I think they field any trade for him. 7th round, anything. Or maybe they straight up release him, which would be dumb and wouldn't make a ton of sense. But we're in a league where the Bears need the 5 full years of Caleb Williams on rookie deals.
Yep.
Like Justin Fields is going to have to get paid not next year, but the year after. And then all these moves that they're doing right now and all these draft picks that they have stocked up mean nothing. Because you got to shell out. Justin Fields, even on the open market right now, that's like you're still looking at 25, 30 mil a year. Ton of guaranteed money. To get a number one guy and be able to restart that year clock again, I think
that'll be fantastic for him. I mean, these require Keenan Allen, who I think his deal is up next year. So you have to pay him if they want to keep him.
Well, see, I did I did a lot of mock drafts, but the one that came where it was they got the Bears picking them, and then they have the Bears picking Marvin Harrison Jr. and Caleb Williams going to Washington.
I mean, I think if they pass on him, I think Washington takes him without a doubt. I think it's a no-brainer. I think even if they, obviously they've probably done their research on him because of this scenario, but they're clearly probably in love with either JT Daniels or Drake May. So they're thinking, going forward, odds are pretty high we're going to take, say JT Daniels because I think he's the number 2 guy. But if the Bears get crazy, I think they pick him. I think the Washington has to pick him.
Yeah. And here's the thing, too. If you're in the NFL, because, the rumors coming out that Caleb Williams wants to stake in the teams and all this stuff like that and investments, it's like, hold up. Pump the brakes. Hold on. We just saw you in the stands crying to his mom. And, I never played at that high level of sports before, but I played sports before, but crying in the stands I watched a lot of college sports. I didn't see one player do that at all.
No, you go cry with your team if you're going to go cry out. Cry with the players that you fought with in war and battle.
So for me,
go
do. That screams kind of red flag, whoa, wait a minute. What should we invest in this? A guy who's openly telling us he doesn't want to be in our organization. If he's going to be in it, he wants to own something in it. But he hasn't even proved anything yet.
There hasn't been any of that like that kind of died. They started pretty hard, hot and heavy with the whole I want stake in the team and all that, and then they ran with it for a couple weeks, but I mean that hasn't been really brought up since.
It just popped up last week. His dad was talking
Really?
about it. Yeah, his dad was
I
talking
must.
about it.
I
That's
think the
not-
one thing that Caleb Williams has though, or that the Bears have with Caleb Williams, it's the safest number one pick. He could suck. He could, not play. He could be Jamarcus Russell 2.0,
Good.
and nobody could blame the Bears for taking him. It's not like they'd be reaching on him.
Yeah, and it wouldn't get robbed. I mean, at this point, what the hell do you have to lose, right?
Nothing. You're a joke organization. Your team
Just
sucks.
throw it in
your
it and
field
just go.
sucks.
But can you imagine if they went and drafted Marvin Harrison Jr.? You have Marvin Harrison Jr., DJ Moore, and Keenan Allen as your 1, 2, and 3.
Oh man.
And
the
then,
Bears
then
still
you
find-
look at Justin Fields and you say, you have no excuses now. There's no excuses. You have weapons, and you have what's his name?
Cole Kmet.
Yeah, Cole Kmet as your tight end.
And they just signed Gerald Everett.
Yeah, so it's like, and you have DeAndre Swift in the backfield. So it's like you have there's nothing. It's either you win or you're out.
Yeah, but
And
if he's out, then they're back to square one looking for a quarterback with a decent amount of talent on the roster, and they got to pay. I don't know.
So if you're the
I think
Bears,
you
you're
ta-
like, fuck it, just see what happens.
I think you take Caleb Williams, and if you want to gamble on going full offense, you take the guy from Washington at 8 or whatever you're picking, or Malik Neighbors if he's still around. If he makes it past like the Giants or
I haven't getting picked in the number 6 by the Giants.
Malik Neighbors.
yeah, I got it.
Yeah.
Same.
Number two receiver off the board after Arizona. Assuming you got Arizona 4 with
No, it had.
Harrison?
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
Man.
I really see. I don't know. It's one of the type of deals. Like you can still build around Justin Fields. I feel like they never really built around the guy. They just said, "Here goes an offense. Here goes a couple of flat tires, and enjoy."
Well, and then they didn't want him to play his way either, to be a dual
then the
threat
game
DB,
that they
like
let
stay
him
in the
play-
pocket. And he came out and was like, "Dude, they're not letting me roll out and all this stuff and run." And they're like, "Go ahead, do what you want to do." And they started winning. Then he got hurt, but
Not right away, because the first game that they let him do that against, which I thought was really messed up, and they came out and said, "Oh, we let you do your way," was against the Kansas City Chiefs
yeah, that's not fair. That defense is a
away.
beast.
So it's like I thought that was really bad. But otherwise than that, me and Peter have a Caleb Williams going. You have Marvin Harrison going number 1, or do you have Caleb?
This depends on. I did a lot, so let's just go off the one that you have. You have Marvin Harrison
I
going
have
number
Marvin
1 to the
Harrison.
Bears. So we'll go off that one. Caleb Williams going number 2 to Washington. Drake May going 3 to the Patriots.
I think if they pick, they do. But
Unless
I
they
don't
trade it
think
to the Vikings.
I don't think they're going to pick it. I think there's other teams other than the Vikings that are sneaky looking at quarterbacks.
I can
No,
tell you right now,
NFL.
Giants, Broncos. I would even throw Raiders out there.
Hey, I would even throw the Jets in there because Aaron Rodgers might not even play this year. He might be joining politics.
I still think you got to go all in if you're the Jets. That's what the fans want. I think you got to draft a tackle. I think you have something with Garrett Wilson, obviously. 10's probably too high to draft Brock Bowers. I think you draft a tackle, and I think you roll one more year with Rodgers, and if not, you just reset to being the bad Jets with one good player.
But they're saying that he
Concord.
might not even. There's a rumor that he might not even play this year.
Aaron, you're talking he's going to be the vice president nominee for the
He wants to
Independent Party?
run. Yes,
That doesn't matter. They're going to be out of the race before it's even time to count votes.
I'm just saying. I heard that they're saying he might not even be involved. He might just want to turn strictly to politics and just be done.
I mean, we
What'd you
we
say,
can talk
John?
about the draft more. Go ahead.
Yeah,
what do you say?
I say he needs to stop.
I'm just saying what's
say,
out there, man. This is
I'm saying Aaron Rodgers is going to play for the Giants. Or not Giants, I'm sorry.
the,
The Jets.
hand me
You
over here
wish.
like, whoa.
You wish.
Oh, I do. I would take Aaron Rodgers in a heartbeat over there.
Who's their backup in the Jets?
I have no idea.
Is it Tim
Probably
Boyle?
someone. Could be. They got rid of Zach White, so.
I mean,
Zach
I mean,
White.
I
I
don't
mean,
think,
Zach Wilson.
Zach Wilson.
I don't think
jeez.
it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter who their backup is.
No,
Well,
then
yeah,
it should-
if that Achilles blows, it's gonna matter. They're gonna.
no, because
No,
they're gonna be
it's-
trash.
Yeah, it's gonna matter where they draft again.
Man, they gotta have somebody back there.
And it's gonna be
The
Robert
one thing,
for Sala's last year. And if his
Yeah.
Achilles
Yeah.
blows, it's Robert Sala's last year.
Yeah, he's done.
Be real.
He'll go back to
I
San
think if-
Francisco.
I think if they don't win the division, he's probably done. To be honest,
True. I can see that for sure. Hey, do you guys have what round or what pick do you guys have Jaden Daniels going?
I have him going through.
I have him at 2. I have him at 2 with Washington, and I'm like we talked about earlier. I'm putting money on it in Vegas because I'm for it.
This one I have him on going 12th to the Broncos.
Wow.
So my question there is, if you have him going 12th to the Broncos, who do you have going 6th to the Giants, and who do you have going 11th to the Vikings? And the answer better not be JJ hand.
Oh, it is. It is. It is. It
Oh,
is.
no.
It
The
automatically did
worse-
this thing. It just I
the
got
only thing worse than the Vikings drafting JJ McCarthy at 11 is the Vikings trading up to draft JJ McCarthy before 11.
Like, this is just me. Like, JJ is one of the type of guys that you can't draft within the first 16. Or you can't even draft him in the first 20. If he's after 20, go right ahead. You can do it. Well, I think that's what the Vikings just did with picking up that 23rd pick in the first round. That security blanket, hey, if JJ's still there, we can go ahead and draft him.
Yeah, I like that. The only thing the Broncos scare me as far as quarterbacks. I think realistically the Giants probably go one more year with their quarterback.
DJ.
So I don't think they pick somebody. I think they pick I have the guy from Washington going there at 6 with Neighbors going to the pick before him. So I think you got the Broncos and the Raiders, maybe the Saints. And then you're probably free from 14 to 23 without having to worry about it. Like, why would the Steelers pick a quarterback at 20 if they just signed Russell Wilson and gave up
That's
on
true.
Kenny Pickett? The Bengals wouldn't. The Jags won't. Seattle could, but I don't see it. Colts won't.
Let's see here.
Oh, then, like,
This
It-
11 to 14 is a quarterback nightmare scenario.
it is.
That is a nightmare. I mean, I'm just looking at this here. Who do you have San Francisco taking? Anybody?
Mm,
Let's see what they pick. Oh, I have the guard from Oklahoma, Tyler Guyton.
I got Jared Verse, the edge rusher from Florida State.
I had the Vikings taking him at 11 because I liked him at 11, but obviously there's a quarter that was pre-quarterback controversy and what's all that sitting at.
Yeah.
But I liked him at 11.
That's you had Jared Verse going to the Vikings at 11?
Yes. No, wait, no, I didn't. I switched that up last minute. I have the Alabama cornerback.
Let me see
Not
here.
Kool-Aid either. The other one.
Not Kool-Aid McKissick.
No,
Cool name like that.
Terrion Arnold.
I got Chop Robinson going to the Buccaneers at 26. Edge rusher from Penn State. That would be awesome. That would
I have
complement
Chop
that
Robinson going 20. I have that as well.
That'd be a good
Same.
addition to that team. That'd be a really good addition to that defense.
And they got to get. I mean, they got to get younger.
Yeah, for
And
sure.
So my thing is this going to shake up something? With the Chargers getting rid of all their wide receiver weapons, are they not going to take an offensive tackle and Joe Alt? Because that's what I have going number 5 right now is Joe Alt. Do you think they're going to go either Malik Neighbors or Romeo Is it Doze? Duze?
I'm not sure.
Doze?
Yeah. I mean, I don't know what their tackle situation looks like, but if you're drafting, so they're drafting fifth, so then they're drafting fifth the same way around in the second. I think you could probably get better value with a receiver, a starting receiver at 5, and get a tackle on the next go around at 37 than the other way around. If that makes sense to you.
It does. I can see that.
I got
So-
the Chargers taking Brock Bowers.
I don't. I think the league is going to learn that taking a tight end that early just doesn't work. Kyle Pitts,
I mean, not everybody
I
can be a
mean-
Kelsey.
I just don't see it. I don't think they're a tight end away from a
When it-
Super Bowl.
No.
No, that's true.
Like if we were talking like, I mean, all the Super Bowl teams have tight ends, so hard to. The Texans. If the Texans were drafting 5, yeah, maybe you could get away with Brock Bowers at 5. I would.
That would be
I
an
wouldn't hate that.
excellent addition.
Like I wouldn't hate that pick.
See, who do they have?
So
I have the Texans at 23 picking LSU wide receiver Brian
Texans
Thomas
don't have
Jr.
that 23 anymore. That's the Vikings.
That's
now.
right. So do you think
That's-
do you think we'll go for the Brian Thomas Jr.?
I think it all depends on what we go at 11. So I think we would need to decide
My God.
what we want to slot in at 11 before I can make a pick at 23.
This is crazy.
What do you think?
I don't know, man. This is just like we do need a quarterback. The Vikings do need a quarterback.
So if we don't take McCarthy at 11, which I would love to not do, and we don't trade up for anybody, do you have any other quarterbacks going other than McCarthy going in between 11 and when we pick at 23?
I don't.
Let's see.
I don't. I know there's gonna be a lot of
Yeah,
second
the
round
the
and third
Jane
round.
Daniels. Yeah, Jane Daniels at 12, and then that's it.
There's gonna be a lot of quarterbacks going in the second and third round. Like you're gonna have Michael Penix Jr. You're gonna have your Bo Nix. You're gonna have
I
what's his
like
name
Bo Nix.
from Tennessee, Joe Milton, Spencer Rattler, Peter's
Yeah.
guy.
Hey,
You're a Spencer Rattler guy? Oh,
No. I'm a draft Spencer Rattler. We would have to be in the 4th now because we don't even have a 3rd round pick, I don't think. I'm a draft Spencer Rattler in the 4th versus taking McCarthy at 11. I think you take, in a perfect world, we take a corner at 11. And this mock draft I'm looking at right now has us taking that Illinois D tackle at 23.
Hmm.
So unless we want to slot in,
Big Ten lineman.
we don't. The problem is the value of taking a guard or a center in the 1st round just isn't there. We
Yeah,
don't need
I
a tight
agree.
end. We don't need to take another receiver. Running backs aren't worth it.
Nope.
I think we go with the edge rusher.
Yeah.
I have the guy from UCLA.
What's his name?
I'm gonna botch this so bad.
Oh, yeah, let's hear it.
Latua.
I don't
I
even
mean,
see
I
his
think-
name, so I don't know. So
I think either if him or Jared Verse is there, I think we take him. If both of them are gone, I think that's where Chop Robinson falls or goes sooner then. I don't hate that. I don't hate that pick either. I was just thinking off the top of my head, other than Harrison Phillips, who do the Vikings even have for D tackles? I know they signed Jerry Tillery, but are we
Yeah.
excited about that?
No.
No. We do need some power for sure. Man,
But-
this is
Yeah,
it's
so-
gonna be such a crazy draft because like I feel like we were talking about earlier, there's gonna be some secret agreements going on behind the curtains. That's gonna surprise us all. And there's gonna be like, oh, this happened. This team traded this and they moved up here and this team moved up. And we're gonna be like, what?
Right now, I have on my mock draft. I have before the Falcons did their thing. I had them taking Rome Duze from Washington, wide receiver, But now I don't see them taking a wide receiver anymore because they just load it up.
I have him taking Dallas Turner, the edge rusher from Alabama.
I can see them doing
Yeah,
that.
but who did they load up with though, outside of what they already have? Who's their number 2 receiver?
Let me look it up real quick. I swear I thought they got Ray McLeod, Darnell Mooney. I'm sorry. And,
Oh yeah, they paid
Rondale
Darnell
Moore.
Mooney.
And Rondale
Do you
Moore.
think Darnell they're gonna go into the season with Darnell Mooney and Rondale Moore as their 2-3?
Yeah.
I can see it.
Do you
Kirk
like
I mean,
it?
you got Cousins
Kirk
back there.
Cousins
He's gonna be
walking
lighting
bus.
that ball everywhere, bro.
I know that. I'm just saying. I think if they're all in, I don't know. I like that Dallas Turner pick at 8 though.
Like
Could happen.
I can see that.
Yeah, I like
But
that Dallas Turner pick at 8.
The thing that gets me, the Chargers at number 5. Like I can see them now drafting a wide receiver because they got rid of everyone.
Yeah, they don't have any. They have not. Wow, what's his name?
And then they
Keep
had
thinking of
the rookie from last year. I know what you're talking about.
Oh yeah, they have Quentin Johnson, who showed he shouldn't have been a first round pick, and then they let Everett go, so they have Donald Parham as their tight end.
And Palmer. Is it Palmer?
Yeah, Josh Palmer.
Who's
Josh
their
Palmer's
number
good,
one
but
right
I don't think he's the number 1.
No, but that's who their number 1 is. And so it's like it's one of those type of things where it's like, what do you guys do then at that? Like, do you take Malik Neighbors in at number 5? Then if that's the case, I can see Joe Alt then drop to the Jets at number 10.
All right,
Well-
let's get crazy for a second.
I was gonna say, yeah. You go ahead, do your thing.
If-
I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna give you something to chew on after you do.
Okay, so if you're the Chargers and you decide you want to go, you want to go receiver, do you talk to the Pats about moving up to 3?
Well, there's that, and I was gonna say, there's a little birdie out there tweeting away saying that Harbaugh might want JJ McCarthy and will trade
That's
the Pats
that
to get rid of Herbert and get McCarthy. That's just what
the money the money doesn't line up. I saw that too, and I saw somebody debunk it with the money. The dead money would kill the Chargers for a lifetime.
It's a long shot, but you just never know. You just
I mean,
don't
I
know.
agree. I agree. You don't know. I think the money would kill it, and I don't see it.
It would be like the Broncos, where they just do
It'd be
it.
worse. It'd be worse than the Broncos.
Or what if they just get him and then they trade him off? Trade Herbert.
Trade.
No one's gonna want that contract.
Yeah, I think they're.
How
they
big
still
is
would
that
have,
thing?
It's big, and there would be a ton of dead money in it.
Oof.
I think if you're the Chargers, you trade up to 3. Because if the
Got
Pats
to.
aren't taking if the Pats aren't taking a quarterback, they move from 3 to 5. You get like you could probably get like a second rounder out of them. So you
Yep.
trade 3 for 5 in next year's second. So you're sitting at 5. The Chargers take Harrison Jr. So now the Cardinals are in a panic. What do? No idea. Probably take Malik Neighbors or they trade down. And then the Pats again then are at 5. You trade down again to the Vikings,
you wish.
who trade up and now have a shot at Drake May at 5. Or JT
Dude,
Daniels
Drake
at
May.
5.
Drake May. Oof.
You know what? I can
Who
see
says-
happening.
Who says no?
Anything's possible.
I like that, but I'm gonna switch one thing out. So you said the Patriots drop back to number 5.
Correct, yep.
I think the Cardinals will actually drop back to number 6 to the Giants, and Giants will jump up and get a QB then, and then they'll go back and get Malik Neighbors at number 6.
I don't hate that. I mean, that makes sense. I think. Are the Giants out on Daniel Jones? Like, is it like a first
There
year
was
thing?
a lot of talk at the combine that it was a waste of money.
Oh, of course it's a waste of money. Did you
It
see
was-
what happened last year? Dude, don't even get me started. Because you know what? No, I'm gonna drop the hammer on this man because I heard all year that he was gonna be the best He's going to show. He even claims that DJ is the best QB in the NFC East, that this man is Vanilla Vic, and he's going to show it all up and take us to the promised land. And he said he's going
Danny
to pick it.
Dimes.
And then he's going to, yeah, then he's talking about Madden 24. I got Danny Dimes. We're going to win the league. Da-da-da. Who's your quarterback right now on Madden?
JJ McCarthy.
Is Danny Dimes still at the team?
No, he's on your team, the Buccaneers.
But I'm not the Buccaneers in the
No,
franchise.
but I traded to your team though. Like,
But is he on your team? Whatever. So even you can't stand him in the virtual world. Do you think that the Giants want him anymore after they blew all that money when they could have paid Saquon Barkley and got rid of the quarterback and just would have been so much better off?
Look. Another reason why I said they're done with Daniel Jones, it's not because of how he even played last year. It's that neck injury that he just got last year too. Neck injuries are serious when it comes to quarterbacks. Look at Peyton Manning. He's even lucky that he came back and played and won.
Brad Johnson even.
Yeah. And it's one of the type of things that it's like, okay, this guy probably has if he plays and if he starts. In all reality, he probably has like 1 or 2 good years left, and that's it.
Yeah, you're probably right.
So
they trade up. I don't hate that. I mean, I would hate it in the world of I'm a Vikings fan, but I wouldn't hate it in the sense that makes sense. Because the Vikings would trade up, Oakland will trade up. I honestly don't think the Broncos will trade up. I don't think they have the draft capital to trade up.
I don't
No,
think so.
they just got rid of everyone over there. Everyone. And I don't know what they got back from it.
They need like a clean slate, like 5 years down the road, sign everybody to 1-year deals until they have like nobody on the roster except for rookies.
Yeah. That team got blown up when they brought out what's his name in, the coach. Yeah, Sean Payton. He didn't even like people on the team and Russell Wilson, anybody.
They traded a pick for him.
Yeah, they did trade a pick to get Sean Payton from the Saints.
They traded a pick to the Saints to get Sean Payton. They're in shambles. John Elway is John Elway running the team?
I don't think so. I thought he left. I thought he stepped away. Hold on, I'm gonna look this up. I thought he stepped away. I think they're like John Elway's done. Da 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 da. Let me see this real quick. That guy has just made a mess out of everything.
You know what pick I'm very locked on while you're looking this up?
What's up?
At pick number 32 for the Chiefs, Xavier Worthy, the wide receiver from Texas Longhorns. Reason why? He's a fast guy. He has the fastest time in the combine, has 40, and they need another fast guy like that with Tyreek Hill with Patrick Mahomes' big arm. Can you imagine that, have another Tyreek Hill on that team who's younger, faster?
I got him going to Buffalo.
Do you?
Four picks before that, I got him going to Buffalo.
I got Buffalo taking Keon Coleman from Florida State, wide receiver.
I dropped him out of the first.
Did you?
Yep. I got the Chiefs taking O'Donnell Mitchell out of Texas over Keon Coleman.
That's where I have not the Rams, the Ravens taking him at 30.
John Elway stepped away in his last year was 2022.
So who's the GM over there? Please don't tell me it's Sean Payton.
No, it's some guy named George Patton.
Yep, George Patton, yep.
Whoever that is.
Huh.
I think like the first 15 picks have like watch value. And then I think from like 16 to until like the Vikings pick again at 23 is just going to be best available corner and best available offensive lineman.
Which are needed. I mean,
like Seattle, Jacksonville, the Bengals, LA, the Steelers, the Dolphins, the Eagles. Like the Dolphins clearly have to take an offensive lineman. Like they let 3 of their starters walk. Like the Steelers, maybe they take something interesting. Probably not.
I have the Steelers taking Brian Thomas Jr.
Out of where?
I have the Steelers taking Troy Fortuna, offensive lineman, Washington.
Let's see here.
Yeah, they're gonna do. They need something. I just
I have
feel
him taking Terry and Arnold,
this is my thing.
cornerback from Alabama.
Teams that I'll say we hop back on the quarterback whole thing. Teams that need a
Yeah.
quarterback but are not rushing a quarterback. I'll say Saints, Jets, Seattle, and Rams. Those are the type of teams I can see people going back and getting like a Joe Milton, Michael Penix. Guys like that, they're gonna be in the third, fourth, fifth round. That's gonna be sitting there. And then they can build off of that. They won't be starting this year. They probably won't be starting next year. But they'll be the start of their 30-year round, just like a Jordan Love type of thing.
Yeah. I mean, and he turned out pretty good, Jordan Love.
Nah, it's been 1 year. Let's calm down.
Hey,
Check the brakes
dude.
on that. Check the
Hey,
brakes on that.
Hey, look,
1 year.
look. I know you're a Viking fan in denial, but
Check the brakes 1 year.
Green Bay was whooping ass. Let's just be for real.
We can be, but it was 1 year. Check the
Let's
brakes.
be
Let's
for
see how he
real.
does.
Let's just be real. You know what? I'm just gonna say this right now. Maybe nobody wants to believe this. The Vikings are probably going to be in last place this year.
Good.
They're probably going to be in last place. I don't know if
Yeah,
you hope. I don't know if you believe that they're not.
Hopefully.
You do hope
Hopefully
so.
Yeah. Perfect scenario. We get JT Daniels. He looks good. We still lose a shit ton of games. We draft top 4 next year. We get whoever.
So you're looking towards the future more. You're like, dude, like buy a Super Bowl 3-4 years out.
If we're taking a quarterback, we're not winning the Super Bowl. We're not. He's not going to be
the answer to all things.
The dude that the Texans have.
Oh,
he's not going to be that.
CJ Stroud is just an animal. Oh my god.
He's not going to be CJ Stroud. So I mean,
Ohio State. Yep. That's my guy.
We know you're an Ohio State guy. Okay. Look, I have nothing else to talk about on this free agency and draft. Do you guys have anything else you guys want to put in there?
Not on this video, but I know for sure there's gonna be a lot more to come on this topic.
Oh, it's gonna get crazy. We're gonna be here for it. Pete's gonna be here for it, right? Pete got that volume working.
I'm gonna be here. I'm gonna be here for everything.
Yeah.
You let me know and I'll be there.
Yeah. John, you're gonna be here for it?
No, I'm good. I'm gonna be here.
Oh my god. All right, guys. Well, if you guys don't have anything else to say, I want to thank you guys for watching or listening to the Working Man Sports Talk podcast. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. We want to hear from you, and you will hear from us soon.
Peace.
See ya.